Ago, here at QVC, a company brought to us a really innovative home wall clock, and it had recorded the sound of 12 different, very commonly known and beloved North American songbirds. And it was here for a little while, and then it disappeared. Well, for the 25th anniversary, they brought it back better than ever before. I had the pleasure of launching this with my friend Marcy Corradetti, who you're going to meet in just a few moments, on Sunday's program that I do every Sunday with Pat. Over 1,500 people were on the phone lines quickly. I've got the natural oak. Everything you see on the rim, this bezel, is hand sanded, beautifully finished, natural wood in oak. I then also had one in oak, but it's finished in cherry, and that one was the most popular. I'm now down to less than 4 dozen of these clocks in that cherry finished oak. But these are going to be songbirds that probably are in your own backyard. The American robin, the northern mockingbird, blue jays, house wrens, the Baltimore oriole, the northern cardinal, and they're all there. And on the hour, you'll hear your favorite. And this time of year, I love it. There's a little test button on the back. Let me push it. I think this is cool. Marcy is broadcasting live via Skype from her home. Marcy, come on back into the conversation. We'll repeat what we talked about on Sunday. How are you?
I'm doing great, Dan, and I was so happy to be with you on Sunday. I'm excited again to be here because I really love this, and I know that you and I love nostalgia, and this really is a piece of nostalgia. 25 years ago, this burst on the scene and created this crazy excitement. There have been bird clocks since then, over and over, but I want you to be aware that this is the original, and if you're looking at any others, beware because there are knockoffs out there, and they are not solid wood, like you mentioned. They're a smaller face, not 13 inches in generous space here. They don't have the glass on the front so you can see those clear, crisp images of the birds as well. And the sound technology has come so far in 25 years. I know you could hear it over the microphone in the studio. It's clear, it's crisp, and it's accurate. That's the most important thing. And you see that sensor under the house finch at 12 noon, right at the top.
Right there.
What that does, that's going to allow the clock to deactivate when it gets dark in the evening. So you won't hear the bird songs 24 hours a day, and it will reactivate in the morning light. So it's got so many great bells and whistles. And the 25th anniversary emblem is on the face of the clock as well at the bottom. It's on the field guide that you're going to get as well, and even on the retail gift box. So there's a whole lot going on here. I love that. There's your house wren. And when you start to see these birds and listen to their authentic sounds, you can read about them in the field guide. You can learn that the house wren loves birdhouses. So if you want to get involved and draw these birds to you, you can put a birdhouse in your backyard or a bird bath or whatever the field guide advises you is the best for some of these birds.
I am
awesome.
Absolutely passionate, almost to the bordering on insanity, bird feeders. Because the back window of my office is all wooded territory. And I've got a little clearing on a back landing, and we have 15 bird feeders out there. And the crazy thing is I said when my wife and I first moved there, boy, there's not a lot of birds around here. And we really thought that there were not until we started putting bird feeders out, and they showed up. And it's been this wonderful collection of every bird imaginable. So you get to learn about what they look like, what they sound like, and this is the ornithology greatest hits. When you see the robin, the sound that comes from this is a recorded robin. The way that they did this sound for each one of these birds is amazing. Which organization did they work through, Marcy?
So the Cornell Lab, Dan, you're referring to, and they are the leader of this, and they really try to preserve all of these authentic bird sounds. Over 1 million sounds, authentic sounds and images are stored there in their lab. They work to really help the environment perpetuate and for us to all learn about that. And then something that you might want to see is on the back. I want to show you how you do this because it's really easy to set it up. You're going to set it up at 10 to 1. Right about now in the afternoon, you're going to pop the batteries in. You need 3 AA's. These two will control that bird song that you're hearing. and the other one is just for the clock. So if you remove them, you can still use the clock traditionally. And there's even an indentation here to hook it onto the wall like I've done. And so I'm going to show you, if I just move the wheel, I've set my clock up right now. So it's going to turn. And as I move my wheel towards 1 p.m., we're going to jump the gun here by a few minutes. It's going to strike 1.
That's the robin.
That's right. And you hear the sound twice. So you'll hear it on the hour, and then you can pay closer attention and really hear it again. And it will continue every hour on the hour as you go around. Each bird's call, each song, authentic. I know now everywhere in my house when it's 7 p.m.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm so familiar.
That's so funny. Yeah, you get to a point where that is true. You learn these bird sounds and you learn to remember where they are on the clock. So when I hear the robin, I know it's 1. It's 1 o'clock. My favorite feature, though, again, is it does have a light sensor to it. And if it senses that a room is dark, it deactivates these sounds. So, you know, it's not like, you know, a rooster waking you up at 3 o'clock in the morning, which I've had happen before. I've had that happen. I think our price on this is very fair. The woodworking on it is extraordinary. They did a really nice quality work on it. This is the natural oak. We also have one that is oak, because that's a nice solid hardwood, but with a cherry finish to it. There's that. The cherry is much, much more limited. There's now 24 left in that cherry. That's a pretty clock.
It really is a beautiful clock. And the thing is that there are over like 54 million birders. So you can join that. If you know someone in the family that loves bird watching, it's such a calming, relaxing activity. It doesn't cost you anything except maybe a pair of binoculars if you're interested in starting. There's a cheeping. I love that.
Yeah.
And you get to learn about all these birds. I mean, I love it. The black-capped chickadee on here. You've got the mourning dove, which I said I love so much. I used to think it was an owl. But it really wasn't. It was just the mourning dove, like super early in the morning as I was coming in from, you know, being out all night. There's bird songs that you just remember. And I thought my mother-in-law had this clock, and I asked the siblings, and they can't remember it. But my brother-in-law said he did remember that there was one in his rehearsal hall because he's a musician. And he said he always knew it was like 10 after cardinal. He only had 20 minutes to go.
That's funny.
So this is part of American life.
Well, thanks for bringing it back and bringing it over here to QVC too. Marcy, hopefully we get to work together again soon.
Yeah, I hope so, Dan. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Bye-bye. Coming up, now we're going to do this kind of at the end of the show. This is a 3